Good.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Morning mashup. Starting off here, we got Justin Bieber with Yummy. Hit it, Justin.
Yay,
Yeah, we
yay.
got that yummy yum. That yummy yum.
The yummy yum, the yummy yum.
Three, two, one. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Benchwarmers podcast. In synchronization. We got it back again.
I started off a little bit early there.
Yeah, we a little bit out of sync
We're
here.
a little bit out of sync here.
It's not a big deal.
It's not really a big deal, is it?
No, you know what is out of sync is
Our life.
Our life really, and all surrounded by this podcast because
this podcast has ruined my life. It's late nights, stressful mornings.
Wake up, cry myself to sleep.
You wake up and cry yourself to sleep?
Yeah, it's just a really tough
you go
situation.
to bed. You go to bed normally, but then you wake up and then you cry yourself back to sleep.
Yeah, no problems going to bed. It's
I've been having some weird dreams lately, speaking of that. But I wanted to mention something since we're just, doing this. We did a live stream for the NBA All-Star game, and I think it went well. You can, do your own judgment on it. It's still up on the channel. I was debating whether I should keep it up or not, but I did. So it's there. It's actually the most viewed video on the channel right now, so... I don't know if that's a sign of anything, but it seems like it's a good sign. So we will be doing them more often than not, because there's big sporting events that goes on, so we can easily do it. And we're talking about doing it for like golf and the NBA finals and the
Masters, and we got
Masters.
We got a couple fights coming up too. We might we're not big in the fighting, but a couple of YouTube fights,
some big fights that we can actually know the people and commentate it a little bit, even just watch it for entertainment purposes. Again, we're not streaming the fight. Don't think that. It's just us. It's basically this, except a little bit more jazzed up because it's a stream. You got some music playing and it's a little bit more relaxed setting than what this is.
Just having a relaxing time.
I would call this more formal.
Yeah,
maybe not, but we call
maybe
that
not,
like that. So we're just hoping and praying that this one, actually works out and we actually have audio here, because last time we recorded a full hour and 45-minute episode, and as you can see, this is now not going to go up on time, and we apologize.
It was almost fate, because we kind of got into some topics that were
questionable,
a little questionable, but not questionable in a bad sense.
No,
it's just
kind of funny and deep.
Yeah,
it got really
just
deep.
Deep conversations about psychological and
moral, ethical stuff.
Yeah, ethical and all that. It's just you might be asking yourself, sitting at home, you might be saying, how deep can this podcast really get?
Oh, it got
got
deep.
There.
Yeah, it got real deep. There. This one it will be better. Maybe the other one was meant not to work. And maybe I could be lying and the audios could be good, and I just want to record this one all over again. No, I didn't. Because if so, then that would be, why would I do that? This is just putting more stress on myself, and I'm actually crying inside right now. So if you didn't know, just to let you know. But
not that we hate doing this podcast, but we hate doing this podcast.
Yeah, it's actually the bane of my existence, if you didn't know. So here we are.
Here we are. YouTube is trying to bring us down. Okay, we've said 7th episode you fail, right? A podcast is supposed to last 7 episodes. Yeah, and YouTube tried that. This is our 7th episode, if you guys didn't realize. And YouTube tried to bring us down. The second attempt, we're not going down.
It wasn't YouTube. It was really our software.
Yeah, it was just everything in general just tried to bring us down. But
it was our software. Actually, technically, this is our 8th, because if you want to count the live stream, Technically, this is gonna be a video.
Oh yeah. So we're doing pretty good.
And the live stream was a success in my opinion, even though we did ignore someone but in the chat by accident. But
Yeah.
if you're
Sorry,
watching this video, I apologize again.
apologize again, but yeah, we won't. We'll do better on the chat next time.
Let's
But
face it, they're not watching this video. They left and
no,
blocked
they,
it. Probably just never. They're like, I'm never going back here ever again.
yeah, we didn't respond to them, and they just took off going 100 miles per hour. But
Hated
yeah,
it.
the live stream is actually really fun. So we're gonna do that some more.
Yeah. And speaking of that, all right, we talked about dreams. I wanted to get into the dream thing. I have some weird dreams lately, like some weird dreams. Like, why do you have these periods where you have some like weird, like not good weird, like bad weird, like.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Sometimes I'll have some weird dreams as well, but they're not necessarily bad.
But mine are like real, like bad, like dark, like getting in arguments with my parents, like heated arguments with my with mom and dad, with my mom and dad. I don't know why. Why
I've
is
had that before.
Like
I've had
really,
dreams where I was just
really
full out like screaming. Like,
yeah, really heated arguments. I've had it for like 3 nights in a row now, where it's like really heated arguments, and I don't know I don't even know what it's about.
yeah,
I wake up and I'm like, what was that about? What was that about? But I wake up feeling mad, because you know what I mean? Because it happened in a dream. So I wake up and I'm like, what was I mad about in the dream? I don't ever remember saying anything or what was ever said in the dream, but like I just remember being fiercely mad, and I don't know why. It's like I don't even
I'll
live
have
home.
dreams like that where it feels like I'm just so in the moment. I'm just screaming, like I'm screaming my lungs off.
Yeah, and
like,
the crazy,
so mad.
It's crazy part about it is like I'm home, but like I don't recognize anybody. Like I don't recognize the house. It's always like that. It's always like you're in an area, but you really don't know where you are. And then I get in this weird part of my dream where it's like I'm floating, and we're like arguing, and I'm just like, it feels like I'm just floating.
I've been having dreams lately where I'm in a mansion. I'm in a mansion of some sort. Like I'm in like either a large hotel or like a weird mansion. Lately, I don't know if I've been having dreams about this, but it feels like I have. I've been feeling like I've been dreaming about monkeys, like apes.
Why?
I don't know
why that. That's a weird.
I think it's because I've just binge watched all the Planet of the Apes movies, but that would probably do it.
Probably why.
Yeah, I should probably start there when finding a solution. But
you know what's real weird about dreams? Real weird thing about dreams is when like you dream about somebody that you've never ever thought about or never ever seen in like years, and then all of a sudden they pop up in your dream.
Yeah, the weird thing is they say like everybody in your dream you've like technically seen before in real life.
Apparently, like it's someone like you've seen on the streets, but somehow they made it into your subconscious. This thing, and now you like when you dream, now you're seeing that person, but it's like you know them in your dream and they look familiar, but you don't know who they are. Yeah, I've had that before. Like
I've definitely had that. And I've also had like people who they're not even really a person, like it's somebody, but I just like it's almost like they don't have like a face. It's like it's just like almost like a Wii character.
Yeah, my dreams are very focused on what's going on, and I don't really know what's going on around it. So like if I have a dream where I'm like in a heated argument, all I remember is the argument. I don't remember my surroundings. I don't remember who was there with me. Only the person I was, you know what, I don't like everything else is just figures. Like I remember being in it felt like I was in home, like my house, but like it didn't feel like it was my house. It felt strange. It felt like a different place. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, I'm almost the opposite of that. When I'm in a dream, I'm like very focused on the location of where I am. It's all about like the location. Like,
I'm very tunneled vision in my dreams.
Yeah, it's all like I remember one time I was in a school and I was in like an art room in a school and I was doing like a project. I don't really know who was around me or anything like that. It was just like I know I was in a school and then I went to like the bathroom in a school. Like it was all about the location wise, which is really weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Dreams are a weird thing. I don't know if anybody really fully understands a dream. You know?
No,
Did
They
we
say it's like an unpacking of your day, but who
did
knows,
they
really?
did we talk about this before on like the dream thing?
Yeah, we've talked about dreams before, like what type of dreams that we've had, but I don't know if we really went into, you know.
The full depth of psychology, like
Yeah. But I know we definitely
psy
talked about it.
psycholo- psychological depth of dreams.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Psychologically.
Well, that is psychologically a word.
Psychologically. Yeah, that's
You're
definitely a word.
psychologically. How would you use that in a sentence?
You could say you're psychologically insane.
You're certifiably insane.
You're a certified you're a certified psychopath.
Psychopathic. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
probably not.
There's also like physiological on
What does physiological mean? Physiological? Physic
phys I think physiological is like body, like
physic
within the body.
How do you say that?
Physiological.
Physiological?
I think they say like all of your issues are like physiological, so
They're
they're to
in your
do with
body.
like your
Okay,
body.
I've never used these words in my life, and
I've
I
never
feel like
really
I'm at
either.
like one of those fifth grade spelling bees. But which, by the way, they're like, "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" That show was fake, by the way. It's not
Yeah,
fake, but it's real. But what I'm saying is that like, okay, when I went to fifth grade, like you do like fifth grade things, and then it's like
yeah,
you get on the show and it's like, "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" And then they're like, "Oh, what's the square root of 3.14159?" I'm like, wait, this is pi for one. And why are we getting the square root? And why does this kid know it off the top of his head?
yeah. And why is this kid doing derivatives? It's fifth grade.
Yeah. They're like,
Like,
in the, if, you know what it is? It's literally a derived version of Jeopardy. Like, they're just like, in ancient Rome, who was the
yeah.
first Greek mythologer to first construct the theoretical Theodore what am I looking for here? I'm looking for a word. Um, what is it? I forget what it's called. I was all
Theodore Roosevelt.
yeah, it was the whatever, and they're like, what is Van Montgomery? I'm like, wait a second, wait. For one, that's not even a person, and for two, how'd you know this?
See, these fifth graders, I swear they're trained. Well, obviously they
Oh,
are.
they're
Like, this
trained,
is
all
not an
right.
average fifth grader. This is not.
They're certifiably trained geniuses. This is not normal fifth graders. I
No,
don't know
like
about
any other
you.
fifth grader is coming to the back of the bus and trying to talk about like Fortnite or something like
I
that.
don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. No, I don't know about you, but the can't say it anymore, by the way. But like I wasn't, studying Greek mythology in grade 5. Just saying, I wasn't doing it.
No.
I didn't study anything in grade 5, to be honest with you. I studied for a test, like social studies or something. Did we even have social studies in grade 5? I feel like
I
that
don't
started in
think.
junior high.
Yeah, it was.
I think there was
What
a
did we have
I
in
think
grade?
that
Like,
I
what
think
did
there was a grade 7 thing. I remember nothing of elementary school, not one thing.
I? I remember like the
French.
experience of it, but I don't remember anything we learned. Like, I don't
I
remember.
remember French, and I
Yeah,
remember being in actually one thing I remember about French was that we did a was Halloween, when we did the Halloween song. And then
right.
I remember we done this book because we had a chapter on war, I guess, in we called it, by the way, it was called language in elementary school. For you
Yeah,
guys, you don't know, it's English, but they called it language in um, elementary school. I don't know why. English makes more sense, but anyway, they called it language. So you go to language, and they had. It seems weird for me to call it that now.
yeah, I know. Like language,
I know,
any it
but
could be
that's what
any
they had.
language.
That's what they had on the schedule. It
Yeah, I
was
know.
literally
Yeah,
that's what they call it, language.
yeah,
But which is weird. But
yeah.
anyway, like we done the section on World War II or whatever it was, and we had to do like a book, but it had to be all pictures and depict a. Yeah, it was like a pretty cool. That's all I remember in elementary school ever. Like I always think back of like grade like 1 to 5, and I'm like, what did I even learn?
I can remember. Yeah, I don't remember anything I learned, but I remember like specific like memories that I had,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like thinking back, I can think like specific situations. Like I remember one time we all went out to the playground during like recess or something like that, or lunch or whatever, and all the boys decided that they were gonna have a doggy pile in this pit that was in the corner of the playground.
What?
And yeah, so all the kids just literally like, and I mean this was a lot of kids, like a lot. And every single kid just went and climbed on each other. It was like a brawl.
That's crazy.
Like,
What?
and it was all like fifth graders, maybe even fourth graders. I really don't know. But
I don't remember the playground much. I don't remember being out on the by the way, if you guys don't know, we had a playground by this. If you guys don't know, as if some of them know, they don't know. What are you talking about? By the way,
none of you know.
we had a playground, and then at like recess and lunch, the second half of lunch, because there was two halves of lunch. The first half you'd eat. The second half you'd be let out on the playground like wild animals, basically. Yeah, so when we get it on the playground, you can like do whatever. There was like swings and like stuff out there that you could like use, and
They also had a
some fun.
basketball court too.
Yeah,
You remember that?
They had basketball and stuff you could shoot around in, and then they had like soccer nets where like you could play soccer. But like
Yeah.
it was literally like we were getting let out of a cage. We literally run out to the playground.
Yeah.
Like it was like,
And then it was like you got free, and then everybody just took off. Like there was somewhere to go. The playground was caged in, mind you.
yeah, it was caged. Just think of
So,
how
like,
weird that is. Just think
you
of
couldn't
how
get out.
crazy that is. It was caged.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. I
So, like-
understand the point, but like when you talk about like school and like whatever, but like the playground is caged off. Like
Yeah, it's literally caged.
yeah, that's insane. But
Yeah,
like
and
nothing really crazy happened. I remember having summer sports too.
yeah, I remember that. I very barely remember summer sports. Summer sports is like a summer camp, basically. That's
What?
ex-
Oh yeah. Summer sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you guys don't know what we're talking about. It's not really summer camp where you go off to summer camp. It's like
No,
in your like
it's in your home place, but you just go there. Like it's a day thing. It's a day
Yeah.
camp. It's basically a day camp for the summer, but it only goes up to It only goes up to grade 5.
yeah. But
It's like grade 4 to no. I think it's grade 4. No, maybe it's kindergarten. Kindergarten to 5. It's K to 5, isn't it? In summer sports.
yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's K to 5. I
that's
actually
just like
worked
a
there for one
madhouse,
summer,
too.
by the way. That got crazy.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
I
work right alongside of
imagine.
during the summer. I work right alongside of those kids, and it's just a madhouse. It's just
Oh
insane.
yeah, for sure, Mad Max all the way. But yeah, no, school was fun. School is school. It's crazy. It's like the first like 13 years of your life, and like I only
Yeah.
remember like high school basically. I don't even know what I did in junior high, to be honest.
Yeah, junior high is kind of a blur as well. There's like that
Junior high
specific.
was like one of those things. It was like junior high is like one of those. It's like where kids are the meanest, and is like where if you're gonna get bullied, that's where you're gonna get bullied is junior high, because junior
Oh, yeah.
high kids get like just I don't know. Kids become their meanest version of themselves. All right, yeah. So junior high's rough. We're having a rough. Speaking of being rough, we're having a rough time over here. We're struggling over here.
Yeah, it's just everything is going wrong. Let's
Yeah.
just say whatever it is does not want us to release the 7th episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
It's-
And maybe I just manifested it, but I'm just saying that's the statistic. Most podcasts fail after the 7th only make it to the 7th episode, and then they whatever. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This episode, the last one we had issues where we had to upload later.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
Yeah,
I
it's
want to
just
stick to a schedule here. We will be on schedule. I promise. After this one, we'll get straightened up, and we
Yeah.
won't be recording. It will be released 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday from here on after this episode out, because
Yeah,
we will be caught up then, because right now we're behind, and this is why we're cutting ourselves way too close. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, moving on from that. We don't need to talk about that anymore. That was just, we just had to get it out. I just had to get it in my system.
We just
But
had to
yeah,
get the frustration out of here because it's just really holding us back.
back to school. I was gonna say is that yeah. So anyway, went through junior high. Like never had. Then like Christmas of like grade 6, we started the basketball team. I remember I started in grade 5, and I was like, yeah, I like basketball. For some reason, I thought I liked it in grade 5, and I went to one practice and never went after.
We
I
didn't have
know.
an option for a basketball team in grade 5.
Mom would ask me. She was like, "Is there practice?" I'd be like, "Nah, it's canceled." I remember I was like, "Nah, it's canceled. It's not happening." And she's like, "Oh, okay." I went to
Grade
one.
5.
I went to one practice, literally one practice, and I was like, "Nah, I just can't do this. This is just not me, dude."
I just don't have it in me.
And then I went to practice in grade 6, and I stuck with it for whatever reason. But yeah, I stuck with it in grade 6.
Yeah, I started in
Little
grade 6,
12-year-old
and
me.
I played I started all pretty all out
But
in grade 6
see,
because I played
you
hockey my entire life.
yours was more established than ours was when I came up, because I feel like there wasn't basketball in junior high for a while, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
we basically had to convince one of the teachers in the school to coach.
Yeah. Fortunately, we had a parent who was like ready to start coaching as soon as we got to grade 6. One of
Yeah.
the
Yeah, see, that's
one
the
of the
thing.
guys in my grade.
You guys were well established more than what we were, because like I said, we had to basically convince a coach. And the thing is that understand, like, you're teaching all day, especially you're a teacher, you're teaching all day, and then if you do not have like a son or daughter in like the sport or whatever, then it's kind of like your job beyond your job, but it's a volunteer job. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like
Like
when you're coaching and you have a son that's in it, right, or whatever, then it's a little bit different, because then
yeah, I can understand the teacher's point of it because I mean, I wouldn't want to be staying at the school late if I was the teachers either.
no, that's what I mean. Like, they work all day and then they have to coach. I understand if they love it, yes, but what I'm saying is that it makes it a lot easier when you're like your son or daughter is in that sport
Yeah.
and then you're
Yeah.
coaching it, because then it's like whatever. But when they're not and they're just there, and then all of a sudden it's like you're asking them to basically take time out of their day to coach your
Yeah.
team, right? So they have to. I mean, thank goodness that that the teacher actually did that, because if not, then we wouldn't have played in junior high at all. We wouldn't have had to
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah, we had the same coach all throughout, the same parent coaches all throughout. Well, until grade 6 to grade 9, and then when we got to high school, it was different then, obviously. Um, but yeah, I started at playing hockey, and then when I got to grade 6, tried out the basketball team. Everybody was just signing up just because it wasn't really a serious thing. It
Yeah,
was just
yeah,
kind
no,
of
it wasn't taken serious for us either until.
no, it was just kind of like a joke, like why not just try it out. And yeah, we started having some games, and it started getting good. So yeah, and then when we went into grade 7, and then I was like, you know what, I want to put like all the time into basketball rather than hockey. So then I left hockey and then started playing basketball all the way up through.
But here's the thing: like, we never played like no games in junior high, and then in grade 9 we played. We played in the provincial tournament and absolutely smoked everyone. Like, I mean, like, blew everyone away by mercy rolls, what they call it back then, which is 20 plus points. Because like back then, when you're in like junior high and whatever, they don't put up, like, when you're over 20, they don't put the score up in
Yeah.
light of the other team. They don't actually
Yeah,
put the full
they only
score.
put the
So
score
they
up.
cap it out at 20. They still keep
Yeah.
track of the score, so they could, like, in the sheet, on the score sheet, on the score table, but they don't put it up on the actual scoreboard, because
Just so like
in light of
teams
the
aren't
other.
getting embarrassed. And,
Yeah. But in high school they don't care. Like,
No.
we in high school we got smoked by like like it was an embarrassing game, and they still put the score up.
Oh yeah, they don't hold back on the
There's
score.
no
That's for
mercy.
sure.
There's no mercy in high school. You don't
No.
get that. Well, I mean, it should be. I mean, you're older then, but like, yeah. So anyway, we didn't play many games, and then we got out, came in hot, and just blew every team away in one goal. interprovincial. I was like, oh well,
Yeah,
this is I don't know how this happened, but here we are.
yeah, we had an established like we had a good team all the way coming up through, and then when we got to grade 9, we were one of the best. Like we won all the time, but there was just this one team that kept holding us back, so we never won the provincials because it was, that
Yeah,
one team. I
yeah.
guess we're saying provincials, but people in the states it would be like state championships. Like I guess.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Right, because we got provinces. Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah. It would be like state. It would be, yeah. It would be like state championships.
yeah. But ours is called provincials.
Yeah, so you're playing everybody in every team in that province plays throughout the year, and then so many like 12 teams out of all the teams in the province make the provincials. I think it's 12.
Yeah,
12
something like
teams,
that.
and then they're split into. In our case, it was split into 2 divisions. So like,
Yeah,
basically, in other words, bigger schools and smaller schools. And the big and small schools never ever played each other. They had their own separate tournaments in the one place.
yeah. It
So
was
like you
split into like 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1A.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Now 1A and 2A really didn't have. I don't even know if
no.
they really had even tournaments, to be honest.
1A and 2A is like the bottom tier teams. Like they'll play each other. There's not very many of them. They're absolute garbage.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Smaller schools.
yeah,
4A is like the biggest schools.
yeah,
3A is next down from that. And then sometimes you'd play. Sometimes like throughout the year you could play any team. So like we were like a 4A school up until like they changed something. But anyway, we were a 4A school, and then we played other 4A teams, which means that 4A teams were insane. So we'd get
yeah,
crushed.
yeah. By the time we got up there, we were 3A, and I think you guys were
Yeah.
3A
In the
too.
last year, first 2 years,
Yeah,
they were always 4. I don't know why they changed the rules there.
yeah. We were 3A. So yeah, we pretty much we did pretty good coming up through.
Yeah, yeah. It all got to do with 3A and 2. It's just all got to do with That's what we called it. It's all got to do with numbers. The amount of students in the school, basically. That's what it has come down to.
Yeah. Although there were a couple special cases like smaller schools having 4A teams that
Yeah, I
were
don't know
like
what that was
quite
about.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
because
really
just
know either.
because the team was really good, I guess. I guess they
Yeah.
just got labeled because they were a real good team. They were a really good
I
team.
I think you can apply for it. Like you can put in an application to like upgrade your school, like for basketball anyways.
It's like, yeah, I wanna evolve my school to a 4A.
I want to add a couple students, bring in a couple hundred more students, and we'll be
Yeah,
good.
so I think we're gonna draft in a couple students here, and then
Yeah.
once we get like, can you imagine if it was like a high school draft where you could get
Sometimes
drafted the other teams?
sometimes it's like that. Like
I
some
don't know.
some people, some high schools take basketball and stuff so seriously that they'll go out of their way to like draft kids. Like they'll
You
like come to our
imagine?
school.
Like that wouldn't even be fair. Can you imagine if it was like, I know like kids here when they were in high school they moved because they wanted to be on a certain team, but
Yeah.
like that's crazy to me. Like you're in high school, like relax.
Yeah. If you're
But
moving now, I like if you're like an actual contender for the NBA, then I can
but
see it.
yeah, but that's not even gonna come into play unless you're gonna make like some big college team.
Yeah. But I can see if you're ranked like high in
Yeah,
the
and even then,
in the
you're
country.
you're still gonna have to like get in some big college team like in in
Yeah.
in
But
our
I
case
could
in Toronto. Like you're gonna have to play in Toronto, and like
yeah.
in order to get noticed, and then once you play in Toronto, then you hopefully you'll get scouted, and hopefully you can get in the your best bet is the NCAA from there. Right, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to get into the NCAA, and
Yeah.
just
But I can see
to
them
put
I
it in
can see the move
perspective,
for high school students just because it gives them
like,
getting on a more higher ranked team will get them more.
well, yeah, yeah, I can see it for someone who's in like a small, not their team is not very established school, and then they wanna go to a what did I just say? I said their team is not very established school. I didn't that
The
didn't make
team
any.
is the entire school.
Yeah, their team is not a very established school. They have a great team. School is not established though. No,
No.
their school doesn't have an established team, so therefore they want to move somewhere so they can play more ball. I understand that. That
Yeah.
makes more sense. But what I'm saying is, in order to get anywhere in basketball, you have to play in like Toronto, basically, and then that's your gateway into whatever. Just to put in perspective, in the NCAA, like 0.01% of people in the NCAA actually make the NBA. So your chances are very slim. Not trying to knock anybody short here. If you're watching this and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be in the NBA one day, you go right ahead, go be in the NBA. But what I'm saying is that's the statistic. That's all I'm saying.
The way it is now, if you're not ranked high in the country and have like publicity, you're not getting into the NBA. Like,
yeah, you need to be noticed.
Yeah,
I feel like you need to be noticed to be scouted.
Like kids like coming up like Mikey Williams and all that, like they're getting in the NBA. Like, there's no question about it.
Yeah, you just got to be you got to be you got to be crazy. Just put it that way. Like, it's one thing to be like just think about it for a second, because people like downgrade sports so much. Like, when it comes to, not downgrade it, but what I'm saying is that like they downgrade like not great players in the sport. So for example, like a bench player in any national sport, right? A bench player or a player that's not that great in like or in golf, for instance, a player that's is a PGA pro but is not that great, right? Plays in all tournaments but he doesn't do good. That player, in order to make it where he is, I'm sorry, I'm tapping my table like I'm assertive here, and shaking it,
scaring
my camera. It's like you. No, they like that not great player or that player on the bench that dude could beat anybody like that watches the NBA and be like, yeah, whatever, because he made it. That guy, even though he's sitting on the bench, he still made it, which is crazy because when you think about it, because everyone's like, oh yeah, they're a bench player or whatever. This dude, if you took bench players off of an NBA team and played it against anybody that says they're bad, they'd absolutely destroy you because they're good players. There's a reason why they're where they are. They're in the NBA.
If you took that bench player, put him in a YMCA, he would average like 45 points a game.
Exactly. Well, he had to get there. He had to be noticed enough to get there, so he has to be good. Like, it's crazy because we look at sports and you're like, you don't really think of it that way, and like they can be like, oh well, I'm not great, and then someone could look at them, and if they do think about it that way, they can look at them and they'll be like, but you're in the NBA. But see, the thing is, as you get higher ranked in the sport, you start comparing yourself to the best. And then you look at yourself and you're like, well, I'm in the NBA. Yeah, I'm in the NBA, but I'm not a LeBron James level or a Kobe Bryant level or a whatever. You know?
Yeah, you're playing against the best in the world at that point. So
yeah, and that's why, like, that's what I'm saying is hard to fathom. That, like, okay, not only are you the best in the world, but like there's players that you hear about the most that are the best in that selected group of the best in the world, which you know how good you have to be.
It's like picking an all-star team. It's like the NBA is an all-star team, right? But you're on the bench of that all-star team. It's essentially what it is.
Exactly. You're still a really good player. Like I said, you took any player in the NHL, in the NBA, in the PGA, in NFL, MLB, any player that's not good or that's on the bench or that's a bench player or that doesn't do great, if you put him in any other average setting outside of that National League, he's going to destroy. He's going to absolutely dominate anybody. And if you don't think that, then and if you're his age or if you're that person's age and you're looking at him and you're like, no, man, I could beat him. He's trashed. Then why aren't you in the NBA?
Exactly.
Right? Like,
it's a real question. What are you doing?
There's no argument there. Like, there's literally no argument there. And you could be like, whatever. But like, if you were that good, then why wouldn't you in the Yeah, exactly. They're there for a reason. At one point in time, they were drafted. Or they're whatever, right? So like, You can't, like, that's what like, and like, and that, and like people who don't like, okay, if you don't like this person as a person, that's fine, but people who try to hate players on a team, and statistically it literally doesn't make sense. Like when people on social media are like, "Oh yeah, I don't like Kevin Durant. He's a trash player." It's like, but wait a second. You look at his stats and look how many minutes he's playing a game, and look at what team he's been on and where he's brought that team. Or LeBron, for example. A lot of people hate LeBron, and I've talked about this before, but like statistically he's the best player. So I don't understand what you're arguing. Like you can say like, "Oh yeah, I'd pick no diss to any player I'm going to say right now, but what I'm saying is I'd pick anybody else besides him." But like that's just a stupid argument. Right? You get what I'm saying? Like that's like taking a mathematician and like a guy that's like not a like in my opinion is like taking someone that's really good and really good whatever and a good person and whatever and has no issue with him, but just because you don't like his style of doing stuff, you'll pick the guy that is not going to get you anywhere. Why wouldn't you pick the dude that's like people, I don't know. There's no argument there, in my opinion.
People discredit players just because they're like personal opinions, and that's often what it's about. Like these players are literally like world class, insane players. You like even if you say you hate them or they're not good, these players are unreal. But like they're ridiculous.
Yeah, and I can understand you can say whatever, and they're on a like, and I'm not saying you cannot like a player, but you can't go on like social media and type in and be like, "Oh yeah, I'd pick anybody," or whatever. You can't. There's no argument to be made. They're good. You can't say they're not. You can't go online and say whoever is not good when statistically they're the best in the world. That doesn't make any sense.
No matter how many times we bash Joel Embiid, the dude's a maniac.
The dude's been crushing it. All right, we made a mistake on this podcast.
Look, ever since we said the comments about Joel Embiid, the dude has been absolutely on fire.
We've made a mistake, and I admit it. All right, the dude's crushing it, and it was at the end of the day, it was a joke. I understand, but like, I'm just saying, like, dude, don't like discredit these players for what they are. I mean, if on paper I'm averaging 35 points a game, 9 rebounds, 10 assists or whatever, and you look at me and be like, "Oh yeah, I'd pick anybody over you." But wait a second. I'm like 4-time MVP. I brought every team that I've been on to the finals besides one year. And I got drafted right out of high school. And I'm in the debate for greatest of all time, but I'm not good. Where's the argument here?
The LeBron thing is definitely like one of those things. It's like
this is what I don't understand. Like you don't have to like the person. You can say like, "Oh yeah, I just don't like LeBron. I just don't like his whatever his playing style, his whatever he is. I just don't like him." Okay, that's fine. But like there's some big like stuff that goes on, and it's like you can't argue that he's not a good player. You can't, in my opinion, if you're just being whatever, if you can't honestly say like, "Oh yeah, I don't like LeBron and what he done," but you can't discredit that he's a good player.
Simple as that. He's one of the best to ever do it. Even if you don't agree that he's better than Michael Jordan, he is one of the best.
Exactly. You like same thing with Michael Jordan. You could say like Michael Jordan's whatever, but at the end of the day, one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Yeah.
Statistically and whatever. Sports is all statistics. It's literally, that's all it is. Because if there was no statistic in sports, if nobody ever kept track of points or whatever, then it would not matter. Like they could play 5 in, 5 out, and it wouldn't matter. What I'm saying is, that's all you have to go by is the stats of a player. So if on paper, statistically, they're averaging whatever, they're a good player. And they have so many MVPs, and they have this and that, and they've done this, and they brought teams here, and they've done this, and whatever. Then they're a good player. Simple as that. That's my argument. Don't diss a player if he's whatever. You can say you don't like him because of his whatever. Then, yeah, make your own excuses, but don't discredit a player if they're statistically good. That makes no sense to me. There's no argument to be made there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just common sense. They're in the NBA, so
yeah,
really you can't.
Yeah, and I'm not like talking about some bench player on the bench and you're like, "Oh yeah, this dude's trash." Okay, yeah, he's trash, but
Dude's garbage.
I've said that before. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying he's whatever. I can say like some player. I've said players are like, oh yeah, like they're trash. Like it's like the Joel Embiid thing. Not necessarily just because I like him, but I'm not going to go on social media and basically be like, oh yeah, whatever. Well, no, I'm still going to be like, yeah, he's a good player. Doesn't mean I'm going to cheer for him.
Yeah, some people go really in on it. Like they go full out social media, everything.
Like full on like politics to them. Like relax, dude. Like you're not. There's no argument to be made here.
Yeah, like dude, the guys in the NBA, you're sitting at home eating Cheetos and playing Fortnite while the commercials are on, bro.
Yeah, like I understand. Yeah, I've said like players are trash. Like, and you know what? Right now, like the 76ers are doing very well, and I would love to see them do it all. I like to see them win the whole thing. I like to see them bring home I like to see them win the finals, go all the way. Why not? They haven't. It's been years and years and years and years since the 76ers even done anything. The Philadelphia 76ers have even been in conversation for anything. So
Yeah.
I would love to see them do good. Right? Like, it's the same thing I'd like to see the Chicago Bulls back in the playoffs. I'd like to see any of those, like, to start, like, the original teams. It's always nice to see them in the top because they're OG teams. They've got huge history. Like, or the Boston Celtics, another one. It's another one that would be great to see. Just because
and the Lakers have already done it. So
the Lakers have already done it. Yeah. So, like, and the Lakers got huge history. It's just because, like, the history of the team. Like, I mean, like the Bulls, they got like crazy. Same thing is like same thing with Philadelphia, and the same thing with the Celtics, Boston Celtics, and so I like to see even the Pistons. I like to see Detroit Pistons, the same thing. Like any of those OG teams, I would love to see in.
They should bring the Vancouver Grizzlies back just to take them to the finals. Put LeBron on the Vancouver Grizzlies.
I don't remember them, but they were trash. I seen this one video of like the Vancouver Grizzlies, and there was like they were playing a team, and there was nobody in the audience. There was like barely anyone because they were so garbage.
One of the worst teams.
They were garbage. That's why they never made it.
It's like everybody who played on the team too. When that team transferred to Memphis, all the players just disappeared.
So yeah. And it was just crazy. Like that team went to Memphis. That's the Memphis Grizzlies now, which is insane because they used to be Vancouver and then they moved to Memphis.
And like all their players just literally just disappeared. Like Mike Bibby, the dude literally wasn't seen until like a couple of years ago when a photograph came out, when like a picture of him came out of him, like he was absolutely bulked up, and they were like, "Is this Mike Bibby?" Like literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Is this Mike Bibby?
Is this Mike Bibby?
Like it's like they were trying to find him. Like he finally came out of his cave, and they were like, "Wait a second, scroll back 1 second. Hold on, scroll back. Wait, zoom in on that guy right in the back to the left. Purdy, he has glasses on in the back, holding a drink. Is that
bald head?
Wait a second.
It's gotta be.
No, it's not. All right, so we're back. If you didn't know, it cut off there. I am going to. I can't cut around that last part. So anyway, we were talking about Bibby or whatever his name was. What's his name? Bibby.
Right, Mike Bibby. So what I was basically saying is,
they disappeared after.
Yeah, like the players literally disappeared in thin air when the Memphis Grizzlies transferred to Memphis. Like Mike Bibby, there was like a photo that him that arised that he was just jacked all of a sudden, and everyone was like, "Where has he been for the past 20 years?"
Yeah, like I don't know. So anyway, that's what we were talking about when it like kind of cut off. So if you're wondering, that was a camera / recording thing. Anyway,
and you guys will just see the cut, but we're in a lot of pain right now.
We're in agony. All right, we're not gonna bring it up again because we already brought it up earlier, so we probably shouldn't.
Let's just say we were just recording for like a half an hour and nothing was
it wasn't recording. So, what I'm gonna say is that we looked up this we looked up the Summer Olympics. By the way, we were laughing because it's not funny. It's not funny. All right, but it is.
It's funny because the amount that we've talked about not wanting us to get this 7th episode up.
It's just brutal. Like everything is working against us. You don't understand.
It's like we'll look down. It'll stop recording. I'll pause. I'll just randomly pause. I have to keep reinstalling the drivers for my webcam because they uninstall.
I don't understand what's happening. We've never had the issues until now. But anyway, so we were talking about what I want to talk about was the Summer Olympics, because there's like a bunch of sports in there that we didn't know. It was like 37. There's like 37 different sports and whatever. And there's like, wait, is darts in the Summer Olympics? I didn't.
Definitely not. I don't think.
Like, all these sports should be in the Summer Olympics.
Have you ever heard of lawn darts?
Are you saying lawn or long?
Lawn darts, like
LAWN.
You basically go out and you just have a dart.
Yeah, we had lawn darts.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. I remember that too. I didn't know if you could remember it or not. But
yeah, you like, no matter how they're dangerous, by the way.
Yeah,
they're very dangerous, because if you throw that up in the air, that could come down and land straight on top of your head.
Yeah, they're banned now.
Yeah, they're not safe. Definitely not safe.
I watched a video of it, it was like a reenactment of what could happen, and this kid died. He just got hit with it.
It would, man.
Yeah.
Those things, when you throw them, we used to have them. You throw them, and so for you guys, I don't know if everyone knows what a lawn dart is, but so basically it's like a picture like a dart, like that you throw at like a dartboard, but it's like big. So the bottom of it got a big spike on it, and then there's a little metal piece, and then it's like a plastic shaft, and it has flights on it.
And it's got this ball. It doesn't have this ball for counter for weighting.
Yeah, the bottom is really heavy and the shaft is light.
Yeah.
And the thing the flight can shift up and down. So you can hold it. You can shift the flight down and hold it like this, and then you can basically take it like this. And I don't know how you actually play the game. We just used to throw them and have it stick in the ground. But you throw it, and no matter how you throw it up in the air, it doesn't matter, because the way it counteracts itself, it'll always land like this and go straight to the ground. So it's impossible to not have it stick in the ground.
You can really weight it in the front, so it'll just
it's super heavy in the front. So it doesn't matter if you threw it like this or if you whipped it. It's still it would tumble in the air and then land straight down like this. So if somebody was running, or somebody was out in front of you and you threw this dart and it came, a lot of things, certain things is not banned or whatever, but that you could kill if that landed on someone's head, you're done for.
Yeah, you're absolutely done for. It's that kind of reminds me of the thing, people used to say it all the time. I don't know why they said this all the time, but if you dropped a penny from the Eiffel Tower, it would just go right through your head or something.
It would kill someone. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
people used to always spit that fact out.
Someone's as soon as you mention the Eiffel Tower, they'd be like, yeah, if you drop the penny off the Eiffel Tower, it'd kill someone. I'm like, wait, what?
They just feel the need to spit it out, and it was always the same person too.
For one, why do you know that? And for two, when was there someone actually killed from a penny?
That's the real question. Why is this a fact that everyone knows?
If it was, RIP, but I want to drop a penny off the CN Tower, yeah. Go to Toronto. The Eiffel Tower and see what happens. Not to someone. Whoa, don't clip that.
You're over here doing human trials.
Yeah. Okay, ready, Bobby? Bibby.
You ready down there, Bibs?
And so it's just to see because if it would hit someone and kill them, it must hit the ground with some pure impact.
I wonder would it damage the concrete?
That's what I was just thinking.
Like Hulk coming down through.
I think if you just took it down like this and you went you gave it some force,
give some extra velocity.
Yeah. I'm not just dropping it off there. I'm gonna do one of these.
That thing would do some. You just take it from all the way back here.
Yeah,
just throw it down like that.
I'm not just I'm not don't think I'm just doing this. I'm doing this.
Yeah. Vertically down, or are you doing some arc on it? You throwing it upwards?
Yeah, I'm getting some extra height. I'm not just going to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to the top of the Eiffel Tower. So there's a little antenna on top that I'm gonna be like this.
Yeah, you're hanging off that thing like Big Kong, King Kong.
Like Big Kong.
I know. I got confused for a second.
I'm pretty sure that's a nickname for something else. But if you can hang off, I'm hanging off like this with my feet wrapped around the antenna thing on top.
Yeah.
And one hand out like this, and I got the penny, and I'm just doing this.
One of these. Multiple too. A handful of pennies.
I don't know how I'm getting a handful of pennies up there, but I'm just one of these bad boys. I might even
Yeah.
put a loonie in there just to like, for those of you who don't know, it's Canadian dollar. Relax. And then you throw it down there, right?
Yeah. A loony's like uh,
It's a
you
$1.
get
It's just like the. By the way, fun fact: Canadians used to have $1 or $2 bills. I don't know if they have $1 bills or not, but they definitely had $2 bills. They
yeah.
don't exist
But
anymore.
the loony's like getting extra firepower, you know?
Oh
Add
yeah, I
some
got some
like
extra weight to it. Definitely.
yeah.
Looney
So
and
you got
Toonie.
the higher gauge shotgun, you know? It's like that's what
The
a loony
Toonie
is.
could actually probably get some like you could probably get I'm looking for a word here. When a bullet ricochet, you could probably get like a
Yeah.
ricochet from the Toonie because it has that middle piece. By the way,
Oh, right.
there's people in school that used to be able to push the middle piece out of the Toonie,
You've actually seen that
and then
happen?
you'd like tie a string onto the. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. People used to push the middle. You probably know what I'm going to say, but they used to push the middle out of the. They could push the middle out of the Toonie, and then you could tie a piece of fishing line onto, because now you have basically a donut for a coin. You tie the string on like this, and then you could put it into a vending machine and then haul the coin back out, and you'd still get the. I didn't do this. It was not me.
Two
Well,
illegal actions.
you're
Uh,
for one, that's illegal because you're destroying money, which
yeah,
is not
and
allowed.
you're scamming the
And you're
machine.
scamming the vending machine, yeah. But yeah,
Stealing.
people. I don't know if they did that, but like that's what you could do. You could pop it out, tie a string around, push it in the vending machine. The vending machine, type in what you want, and then pull it back out. I don't know if that actually works, to be honest. I don't know if
I don't
anybody
really
actually
know.
did it, but I know that people used to were popping the would pop the center out of the Toonie because
I've seen
people in
people do
school
it
would just be like,
successfully by
yeah, ugh. I'm like,
what's going on? What's going on over there? I feel like
I was imitating someone popping the middle out of the
mm.
Toonie.
I've seen someone do it successfully with a piece of string, like without popping anything out. They tied it on somehow, or
How'd they do
they
that?
taped
Drill a
it.
hole in
They
it?
they taped it or something. I don't know, but I've seen people do
I
it
feel like there's
successfully.
some clamping action that goes on in the vending machine. Like there's like
Clamping.
like like what happens is I feel like when the coin goes in, like it opens up this thing and then it goes and then this flap closes. I feel like it opens up, you put the coin in and then the flap closes. That's what I always picture. Like well
What I
maybe it
think,
just goes straight down into a bank.
what I think a vending machine, what happens is the coin will come through, and there's like this little slot, right? And the coin will slide through, and it opens a specific
Oh,
amount for
yeah,
how.
you're right because it has to know what type of coin it is.
Yeah, so the coin, say if it's a big coin, it'll open up to that coin, right? And then it'll know the width of the coin. So,
Yeah, yeah, you're right because it recognizes the size, so it have to know if it's a quarter. Actually, it doesn't know what coin it is. It just knows it by the size of the coin.
yeah, right. I think that's how it works
Right,
anyways.
right. So I don't know if you can actually pull it back. I don't know if that actually works.
I feel like there's some, yeah, that once you get it in there, the machine grabs you, right? Like it just
I
gets a
feel
hold
like
of
you
you. I
just
feel like,
bust a string and the machine. I feel like the machines nowadays are smart enough to um not recognize the coin.
yeah, like the machine is, now you got your money gone, and you also got your string gone as well. So
Yeah, and
you're
also you
really,
might have you might have jammed up the vending machine, so you're probably gonna have to
yeah,
get out of there before security or someone comes.
yeah, and there's probably cameras around, so
So I
you're
wouldn't
really looking
recommend
at it.
doing that. Probably just pay for the coin. Probably just pay your
Yeah,
25 cents and get out of there.
I mean, yeah, it's just a couple cents. I mean, you can just put the coin in.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
That's my 2 cents and a toonie.
And that's my last 2 cents because I'm throwing the rest of it off the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that's all
No, no, no,
going
no, no.
to
I'm not doing
charity.
that.
Or
I am not doing that. All right. For the record, if it goes on record, I'm not doing that. I would only do
if
that
somebody
if it was
if
like
somebody throws a handful of pennies off the Eiffel Tower tomorrow, it was not me.
no, what I'm saying is that I would do it if it was like a structure and there was nobody around and like it was like fenced off and it was done for like an experiment. Then I would do it.
Well, you did use the term ricochet when referring to throwing a toonie off the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, because what I was saying, well, back to my point, was if you throw it off, like one of these, right? You throw it off, and then the middle could possibly pop out, and then next thing
Yeah.
you know, you got a ricocheted thing.
So it's like two birds with one stone, right?
Yeah, except it possibly could be, yeah, yeah, two birds with one stone. It's more like one stone with two birds.
What are you using the birds for? To get the stone?
Yeah, because how am I gonna get the coins up there? I gotta use birds.
You said 2 birds for 1 stone.
Yeah,
Why do you
because
need a stone?
I'm gonna need 2 birds to carry up the. I need birds to
Oh, so
carry up
you
the thing.
legitimately need birds to get the
Yeah, I'm
coins
gonna
up
get
there.
like
This is
white
not a
doves or something.
metaphor at all.
No, no, no,
This
no.
is
This is legit. Like I'm gonna get birds to lift the coins up to me, and then I'm gonna grab them out. The birds are gonna drop it off to me up there, and then I'm just gonna throw them off.
so you're gonna train these
So I'm
birds?
not gonna kill any birds.
No birds are gonna be.
No birds are gonna be killed in the process of this stone throwing.
Yeah. So
How do you
how do you
kill
think
two birds with one
I
stone anyway? Is it a big
think
stone?
I think it's like a collateral type situation.
What is this, Call of
Maybe.
Duty?
I don't think a
They're
stone has
lined
enough firepower to
they're
go through a.
lined up in a row, and you're just. I think they mean a slingshot. I always pictured a slingshot thing, but as you know on this podcast, I'm really not good at understanding these
Yeah, as we
sayings.
learned from the popsicle stand situation.
Yeah, I was thinking a stand was made of popsicles, and obviously that's not even
Yeah, this
realistic. But
popsicle stick or something.
I always thought it was like I was always picturing like a slingshot, like you slingshot it at the birds, and then they. I don't know. I didn't really put much thought into it, really.
When I always think of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, I think of a guy out there, and he's just holding this like
Stone.
really dark gray rock,
By the
and
way,
he's just like
what's a stone?
a stone is
I
something that
know.
you
Okay,
pass.
don't get in the don't be over here and be like a stone is a rock, idiot. I understand that. All right, I know it's a rock. All right, but we call it
Stone
like
is stone is something that you pass when you have health issues.
kidney stone.
Yeah,
By the way, that's something I'd never ever want to get in my lifetime.
sounds like the worst experience I've ever heard of.
Like you're gonna pee out a kidney. Ooh, no,
Yeah, that's
don't even
we
want to
should
go
probably
there.
move on from that.
Yeah, don't want to go there.
Uh,
Yeah. So
but
that's
but
that.
yeah, but why is this person wanting to kill these 2 birds so bad? And why does he only? There's stones all around you. Why you
There's
want to do it in 1 stone?
there's a lot of sayings that's a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like they were a bit
Yeah,
aggressive.
I mean,
Like let's
how
not be.
how hard are stones to come by?
How stoned are you?
How
The
stoned are you to not realize that there's stones all around you?
yeah, kill two. Yeah, it's the same thing with like don't let's not beat a dead horse.
We probably shouldn't do that, anyways.
Why are we beating dead horses anyway?
Why is the horse
And
dead?
why does the conversation that we're talking about relate to a dead horse?
That's the real question here. What are you
Like that's
talking
kind of
about?
dark, isn't it? It's kind of twisted.
Yeah, a
You're
lot of
like
these sayings
you're
are so
saying the
dark.
conversation, and you're like, let's not beat a dead horse. So you're saying the conversation is a dead horse, and because you're repeating it, you're beating a dead horse. That makes
Yeah,
that's a very it's kind of twisted.
it is really twisted.
I don't know why. Like, why are you comparing your conversation to a dead horse? And why is it a dead horse?
Why is the horse dead and why are you continuing to beat it?
Yeah, when you repeat what you said, like you know what I mean. Like you
You
repeated
could
what
say
you
like,
said. So like,
don't bring up the conversation, it's over.
yeah, let's not just like let's not get into it here. But no, you can always preface your sentence with that. Like I'm not going to get into it here, but I've mentioned this before. Why do we have to say like let's not beat a dead horse here?
Not brutally beat a dead horse here.
Like that's just sick.
It is. Who came up with that and it just stuck.
Stuck with something.
It stuck with something.
It's stuck. I was in the middle of yawning here. All right.
Oh,
It's late at
it's
night. It's a late night.
it's a late night podcast like always. Well, tonight it's specifically challenging.
See, this should have been done already.
Yeah, we should have been already done this.
At this point, I'm gonna have my voice gone because we need to record another one too.
Yeah, we need to record like 4 podcasts because every time we try to record, something wrong goes. Something.
Something wrong
We
goes.
we get we get the we get the poopy end of the stick. That's another saying.
Yeah, that's a bit weird too. Like,
Why
why
is there
is
poop on the end of a stick?
that's what I was just gonna say. How did
Why are you poking?
how did the poop get on the end of the stick?
Why are you poking the poop? And how did you end up with the holding the end that has poop on it?
Yeah. By the way, it's like we're gonna get the poop. We're gonna get the poop end of the stick. So how did you? For one, where's the stick coming from, and how did you manage to get the poopy end?
Yeah, you. So the first decision that you made was wrong. Was poking it, because
What were you
the poop
poking
had
it?
to, the poop had to get on the stick somehow.
Yeah, and who put the poop on the stick, and why did you get the poopy end?
And how, in your endeavor with poking the poop, how did you end up holding that side that has poop on
That's what
it?
I'm saying. Like, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the poopy end of the stick, and why are you just insisting that you're gonna get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the poopy end of the stick. Maybe it's just you are undetermined
You're
of.
just saying you're unlucky, I think. But at the
Yeah,
same time, like, I think there's 50-50 chance.
and it's not even really 50-50. You can look at the stick and see which side has poop on it. I mean, you just
But
poke the
maybe it's
poop.
like a magician thing where like they got it all covered up, and you're like,
Like, close your eyes, open
and
them.
you're like,
You're holding the poopy end of the stick.
yeah, you got the poopy end of the stick. You know?
Ta-da! Magic trick is over.
Yeah, you just grab the poop on the stick.
What would
Nobody.
be your like? What would be your like line of action after this all occurred? Anyways,
I'd
you're now
probably.
holding the poopy end of the stick. Just go wash your hands.
Yeah, like I think it all comes down to luck, but like it's still like what context are we talking here? For one, like was there some kind of event that led up to this end of the stick being poopy?
Yeah, I want to know like the
Like
backstory of all this.
was there an event? Like who's putting the stick in poop, and why am I the one choosing? Like was this some kind of weird carnival game?
Why do I end up in a situation where I have to pick which side of the stick I want to
Actually,
hold?
no. In the saying, you don't get this pick. That's the thing. In the saying, you're just with fate. You have the poopy end of the stick.
You're chosen. You are given this responsibility of holding this poopy end.
Yeah, because you always say to yourself, "Oh yeah, we always get the poopy end of the stick. We always do. So why do
We
we always
all.
get it? Or my
Why do
odds
you
are
keep
horrible."
Why do you keep playing in the game? What is your advantage of not holding the poopy end of the stick? You
That's
get a
what I'm
stick
saying.
with poop on the
That's
end?
what I'm saying. Like I know I understand the analogy, but I'm just saying, like, was this an actual thing? Like, did people go to was this a carnival game at one point? They're like,
Yeah.
step right up and have your chances at drawing this stick.
Step right up and hold a poopy stick. You might hold it, or you might
And then
have it on the other end.
there's some guy in the lineup, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try this. Oh, we always get the poopy end of the stick.
Yeah.
Well, you really did because you
Back up,
lost.
Jerry. We always get the poopy end of the stick.
Yeah,
It's
back
rigged.
up. Yeah, get out of here, Martha. We always get that poopy end of the stick.
I'm not paying for this. We always get the poopy end of the stick.
There's like clowns there.
Clowns
Whatever
bumping
happened
their
to
nose.
clowns? Anyway,
Clowns
besides
really
when,
died out
but,
after that whole chainsaw thing, you know?
yeah, clowns really died out when they tried to kill people that time.
Yeah, that really probably that probably was their demise. Like,
Yeah.
probably what ended.
What was that all about anyway? A couple
I
years
don't
ago.
know. It's like
It's like
it wasn't even Halloween. There was no reason for it to happen,
there's
but people just
a clowns just appearing in parks. Why were they? Who were these clowns?
yeah. Why were people dressing up? What? You have nothing else better to do?
Yeah. I also seen these real weird videos of like people dressed up like kind of in scary costumes, and they have this baseball bat. You ever seen those? They like
I
come
don't
and there's
think.
like all of a sudden you like hear, I don't know if these are fake or not, but I think they were on Vine maybe. And he like hits the baseball bat on the ground and is like he like appears and is like run. And he like hits the baseball bat on the ground, like hits the baseball bat on the ground, and he starts sprinting after someone. Have you ever seen
It
that?
seems pretty aggressive. I think I have.
He
It's like
literally
that music.
it's
Like
like
run, and it's like dun dun dun.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
it's like that, but like it shows the video and he's not in it, and there's just like someone walking, right? And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden he like comes in, he like walks into the screen, and then it's like run, and then he like as it's saying run, he hits the baseball bat that he has, he hits it on the ground, and it's like dun 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 dun, and he starts sprinting after some stranger that's walking in the video, and you're like. And they always like fall down. You know how they do it? Like someone does that. Like
Oh,
they like
is
fall
this
down and
like
like stand back up. And then
YouTube videos like pranks? Like people are pranking?
yeah, it's like I think it was on Vine. But
Yeah,
like
maybe.
yeah, it's like they always do that like fall down run. You know how like someone's
Yeah.
like they get scared and they're like
Yeah.
and they,
It's like the
stand back
dream
up and
run.
then like start sprinting.
It's like that dream run. Like in your dreams, you can't run. Like you might be running away from something, but you just cannot run.
Yeah.
Have you ever had
Yeah.
that?
Or you're like trying to throw a punch and you just can't do it.
You just and you're trying to crawl away, but it's like your bones can't move.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to stand up in my dream and sock someone in the face for once. Like absolutely
Yeah,
just punch them
finally stand
square
up
in
to
the
these
face.
people.
Yeah, I'm just getting absolutely dominated over here in my
You
dreams. I don't
you
like it.
you really get bullied in your
Yeah,
dreams.
why does my brain always have me being bullied in my dreams? It's like, oh yeah, your life's going good. How about this? And then I'm like, I can't do anything about this now. I don't feel it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
weird. It's a
it's
weird time we're living in. I'm
it
pretty
is.
sure it's
Weird.
always been like this.
Yeah, I think dreams are
I'm
kind
pretty
of
sure dreams
consistent.
been around for years.
Yeah,
People's been dreaming for a while.
people have been.
I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah, that was probably gonna be a conversation.
Maybe it was just a dead end, like exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, and speaking of that, this is what we wanted to bring up, all right? Because a lot of people out here, all right, don't know what Canada's like, and maybe you do because you've seen
You're
Toronto.
cultured.
You're cultured. Maybe you know your geographical. Maybe you actually learned geography in school. For those of you who didn't, all right, and you think we have icebergs and polar bears up here, we have icebergs and we do have polar bears, but they're in a different part of the country, all right? So
Not
relax.
not like
Actually, they're not
excluding those
even in the.
people.
They're not even. No, I didn't say people. I mean the icebergs
Yeah.
and. Well, actually, we do get icebergs, but like what I'm saying is like the polar bears are not like living. We don't live around
What
in
we're trying to
icebergs.
get
They
at
have
is
nothing
your
to do with it.
expectations of Canada are exactly right.
Yeah,
No, it's
actually, I'm living in an iceberg right now.
yeah, we're living in igloos. We ride dog sleds everywhere.
No,
And
what I'm saying is that like we get like stuff, you know. There's been stuff going on here for years, and like we do it.
if there's
That's all I'm
stuff,
trying to
we
say.
get it.
Yeah.
That's just
So
it.
what I want to say about about the weather is that if you guys know New York and you've been to New York before, picture New York and basically we have the same weather. That's all I'm going to
Yeah.
say about that one.
A little bit
And
more extreme. A little bit more extreme, you know.
in the winter, a little bit more
Yeah.
extreme winter, but that's about it. Like the summer, pretty much the same. You got maybe get a little bit hotter, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
East Coast is pretty much like the East Coast. The East Coast of the states, like the East Coast, is
East Coast.
East Coast, baby, beast from the East. The East Coast of the states is basically the same weather that Canada gets. Besides,
Yeah.
like British Columbia and BC, they get warmer. But they're a little bit different
Yeah,
because they're out west.
they're a little bit nicer up there, you know, but we don't have it too bad here.
No, but like what I'm saying is East Coast pretty much covers the weather in Canada.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, provinces vary, but obviously it's like places in the states. But you know, it's pretty much that. And we do use provinces and territories and Celsius and feet, not feet. Well, we do use feet. We have
We do
feet.
use feet often. It's not like we don't use
I
feet,
mean,
but
I use them to walk for sure. I mean, they do keep me up a little bit.
yeah,
They help.
keep you up at night.
Feet?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, when was the last time a foot kept you up?
You never know. His foots. Feet can be, you know,
Foots? Feets?
just pondering feet, keeping you up at night.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so
Not the
either.
last time I checked. That's not one of those things that I tend to keep me up at night.
No.
Like that my like thinking about going into deep thought about something, then yeah, that might keep me up. But like not feet. Why would that?
No. Definitely not, unless, you know.
You're sleeping next to a foot?
Well,
Hopefully it's attached to a human. That would be. We're not
yeah,
going to go down that
now we're
path.
getting into a whole different
Yeah,
other
just
conversation.
don't say that.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, what I'm saying is that yeah, we use Celsius and all that kind of fun stuff for you guys who don't know. All right. If you do, if you don't, if you want to learn some more, how about you just search it up, Canadians. All right. Don't
Just
search Canadians because you're gonna get
Canadian
some
culture.
dude. You're just gonna get Google images of some guy at a Toronto Maple Leafs game with his chest painted red and white and he has Canadian
Yeah.
flag on it. That's pretty much
Yeah.
it. So relax.
Relax. That's not us.
We're normal
Never
people,
been
all
to a
right?
Toronto Maple Leafs game in my life.
Actually, we have. So
Yeah.
you're probably lying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, Yeah. So here we are. We are people too. So let's just all get along here. All right.
Stop yelling at us.
Yeah, we're cool too. We have an NBA team, so don't think we don't. All right.
Yeah, we have basketball here. That's one thing you probably didn't know.
Basketball. Actually, they do now because we just done a whole segment where we talked about
Yeah,
it.
we literally just talked about all this, and talked about a lot of things, but yeah,
Talked about life.
um, but yeah, that's um some of the things we talked about in the other podcast as well. Some serious stuff that
Yeah,
we're not
that
gonna
one
get
got too
into.
deep. That one got too deep. Like
We
that
got a little
was
too deep for our own
it
good,
got
really.
off the rails. Like
Yeah.
I didn't that got off the rails for sure.
Yeah, after the episode, we were kind of like, wow, that was something else.
Yeah, that was an episode for sure. I didn't
You
even
guys are never
realize.
gonna see it.
No, because it has
We're,
no audio, so it doesn't literally
yeah,
never gonna see it.
we're never gonna see it either
Just
because,
delete it now.
frankly, yeah,
But yeah, that is the Benchwarmers podcast in a nutshell. It just we're probably not going to record after this, and yeah, it's going to be great. So hope you guys
Fisher
enjoyed the
last
first
episode.
7 episodes in our one live stream because you might never see us again.
This is it. We've had enough of this.
Yeah, like technology is like, you know what? Forget it. Just stop. Right?
Just yeah, it's just
Just
it
don't
can get in the way
just don't
sometimes.
be a thing. Yeah. Yeah, stuff can get in the way for sure. Yeah.
Just trying to record a podcast and here it is. Just really stopping us, and it really does not want us to produce this episode. But you know what? This episode's going out. It was a great
Casting of
episode. Okay.
what is actually podcasts? Just think about it for a second. Podcasts?
Podcasts. That's a good question. What is even words?
What is a podcast?
How are words created? And like why do we just,
Well,
match
that's
them with
something
things?
that's pretty crazy because like words or whatever. But we did bring up like the robot thing. But like I just wanted to say this that the robot thing, how it was going to take over, and people have like theories it's going to take over or whatever, and it was like artificial intelligence and whatever. It's an argument of how far away it actually is. There's one thing that I did want to say about artificial intelligence and like robots. The fact that they made 2 robots and they were alive for an amount of time, so they had them turned on for an amount of time, and
Whoa, alive?
yeah,
We probably shouldn't refer to them
they
as
were
human,
living, but
as living things.
yeah, no, yeah, but what I mean is they were like functioning. And like they turned them on, and the 2 robots created their own language, and they got scared what they were going to tell. Apparently, the conversation got to world domination. They had to shut them off. I don't know if any of that's true, but that's what I heard.
I really don't think so. I think it's just they created their own language.
If they created their own language, how would they decipher it and figure world domination came out of that?
Yeah, see that's where it kind of gets a little foggy. If they were talking about world domination, that's a little frightening. But see, for them to even fathom, for them to even comprehend,
I'd probably just
so they
toss
can.
some water on them.
Yeah, you just shoot them with a water gun, really.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Just shoot that with a water gun. You know,
Yeah, that's basically it.
water's not gonna hurt me
Yeah, that's how you
shower.
fight a robot army.
For sure. I shower.
For sure, you shower.
Yeah, I'm showering for sure. But like, do you use body soap or body wash? I don't know what I just said. Body
Body soap. What is body soap?
bar soap is what I meant to say. Do you use
I think body soap is just the same as soap.
body soap? Pretty sure soap you use on your body anyway.
I'd definitely go with the body wash.
The washing of the body. That sounds like a ceremony.
The washing of the body. Well, join us at 4:00 for the washing of the body.
Sounds like you're gonna wash some guy. Some just gonna
you
wash.
you come into a room and there's just a guy named Steve standing in the middle, and you all just participate in washing him.
Yeah, like join us on Thursday afternoons for the washing of the body.
Steve
Yeah.
is up next.
Why is it always Steve
he's
too?
very excited.
Or
Sounds
Jim?
like a very
It's always Jim.
Jim is up next. It sounds like a very cultish thing.
It
Jim is up
does.
next,
Jim,
and
we welcome you.
he's been very excited
And
about this, and
everyone like claps like really soft.
everyone everyone welcome Jim, and we proceed with the washing of the
They
body.
put them in a tub and like scrub them with some sponges.
But here's the real question: are you using body soap or body wash on them?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're the same thing, but yeah. So are we using like body wash over there?
I'm definitely using body wash. Not on Jim. I don't really have that much a preference. It's not like
I
I'm
mean,
like.
I don't mean on him. I mean, as whatever he
It's not like
wants.
I
At the end
don't
of the
think I'm
day.
too excited to wash like a Jim.
What I was gonna say is, I think body wash has a leaves more of a scent on your skin.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I
you
mean?
about the scenty skin or you
I've
about the
used.
non-scenty skin?
I love smelling that skin. But like, if like you wash yourself with body wash, right? This is me
Yeah.
washing myself, by the way. If you wash yourself with body wash, right, and then you wash yourself with soap, I've washed myself with smelly soap before, like good smell stuff, not bad smell, good smell soap. And then I get out of the shower and I just feel like I'm dry. Like when I wash myself with a bar of soap, my skin feels like rubbery. Like it like
I've
I can't like my skin right now is like smooth like this. You know how I can just like rub my hand.
yeah.
But like when I get out of the shower with a bar of soap, it's like I'm
You just
like
turn to
right
rubber.
like I'm like
Lightning
I don't know. It's like it strips all the oil off my skin. It's like
lightning hits you and you'll be good. You're just complete rubber. I don't think I've ever washed with a bar of soap.
I have. It's not a fun experience. It's if you want to save money, the best way to do it because you get like 6 bars of soap for like whatever how much money. I don't even know how much. But like if you get like 6 bars of soap, that's lasting you forever.
Oh yeah.
I used 1 bar of soap for 5 weeks, and I still could have used it for easily another
So
while.
you weren't just taking a little dipping your toes into the bar of soap. You were going full
Nah,
on.
straight 5 weeks, dude.
Straight
Third.
5 weeks with the bar.
Yeah, I've been rubbing that bar for 5 weeks, and got it good too. I had
Pretty
a good
extensive time.
I had a good run.
Had a good run with the
I'm
bar.
never going back though.
Never going back. It
No,
wasn't an experience that you really enjoyed.
there's I mean the leftover bars are still in my I mean if you open my cupboard in my bathroom right now, it's straight fire. There's so many bars in there.
You're just neglecting the bars.
Yeah, they're in there for sure. So
See, the thing is,
because
you'll buy like
if anybody comes over and they're like, "Hey Noah, you got you have like body soap." I'm like, "You mean like I have body wash? You can no like, like soap."
this seems like a really intimate
I'm like,
conversation.
I don't know really what you mean. And they're like, "No, like, like." I'm like, "What do you like bars?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, I'm not a rapper, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I could write some." They're like, "No, like for
I'll bring in my
washing,
notebook if you want.
for like washing myself in the shower." I'm like, "Oh, right, on the cupboard, cupboard to your left, down one, in behind the cleaning supplies."
Seems like people are quite embarrassed to use this bar of soap.
Yeah,
I feel like
people really um people don't like to discuss the things that they do in the bathroom.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
it's just
so
like a
like the washroom thing stays private. So like if you go somewhere, okay, here's the thing. If you go somewhere and you forget your soap, do you use the person's soap without asking?
yeah.
Not their soap, their body wash. Say if it's body wash. I feel like body wash is
bar
cleaner
bar soap. Do you use their bar soap
without washing. But I mean,
with it washing? You use their bar soap with it washing. What are you doing with the bar soap if you're not washing
why are
with
you
it?
calling it bar soap now? Like it's like a brand, like you're saying it like bar OL apostrophe soap, like barrel soap.
Barrel soap. So, do you use their bar of soap if that's the only thing they have?
No, what? No, what I meant was if you came to someone's house, that's not right English. If you went to someone's house and then you were there, right? And they were like, "Oh yeah," and for whatever reason you need to get in the shower, right? So you go there, right?
Like stupid cleaning yourself.
And
Like
you get in
what?
the shower. By the way, anybody else's washroom, not your own washroom. Always weird. It's always weird. There's always something weird in someone else's washroom. Like they have the fuzzy
Yeah.
mats. Like why does he have
Yeah.
the fuzzy mat
You
for?
go in and they have these weird paintings or something, and you're
No,
like,
or like
what is
it's
that?
just a weird. I'm never as comfortable in someone else's washroom as I am my own. You know, it's always
Yeah.
weird. So anyway, for whatever reason, you're in the shower, right? And you're like, oh no, I'm in here, and you're all shampooed up. All right, you're shampooing. You're not bald, so you use shampoo, and maybe you are bald and you have shampoo anyway. I don't know what you do. Do what you like, and then so you're doing that, right? And then all of a sudden, you realize I have no body wash. But you see a perfectly good body wash just laying there in their shower.
Oh, I'm definitely using that.
Do you take that and go,
100%.
and you wash it off, and you're just
Bar
like,
soap.
whoa.
Bar soap is the real dilemma.
Okay, you're really putting the emphasis on bar soap.
Oh.
No, if they have a bar soap in the shower, you using
Yeah,
that?
body wash, I'd use it without question.
What if you pick it up and there's a hair stuck to the bottom of it?
Well, here's the dilemma. You have to wash yourself off, or else you get out and you're super dirty feeling. Like,
But what if? Yeah, that's true. That is true. You ever wash yourself with cold water? You'd never feel as clean. Psychological thing.
I kind of feel the opposite. I feel like I'm cleaner when I wash with cold water.
Cold water?
Yeah.
Gross.
I feel like a sense of like my whole body has just been cleansed.
Yeah, I feel a sense of that. I'm absolutely disgusting, and I gotta get back in that shower. You know?
Give me some hotness.
Like I'm getting in there, and I'm like putting it on heat. I'm literally going in the shower to be heated. Especially in the winter. If you come home and you've been working and you've been outside and you're a little bit chilled and you're like, oh man, I feel so cold.
Yeah.
I feel so cold.
If you guys haven't felt this, and I know a lot of you in the States haven't felt this, but if you go on a long day outside in the freezing cold and you come home,
you get in the shower.
getting in the shower, your whole body just like unthaws, and it's just like freeing. Like there's no feeling to explain
I just love it. Anyway, so there are bar soaps in there, right? Are you snagging that bar soap and using it?
If you drop soap on the ground, is the soap getting dirty or is the soap cleaning the ground?
Soap's dirty. The soap's dirty, dude. The soap's
dirty. But at the same time, the ground is getting cleaned as well.
But it's not. Because here's why. Because in order for the ground to be clean, you would have to involve some scrubbing process. Like if you're just talking about dropping the soap on the ground and then picking it back up.
But the thing is, the soap is picking up dirt. You're saying that the soap is getting dirty. Yeah, so the soap is clearly picking up some form of dirt.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the ground is still dirty. Like you can't just like drop a piece of soap on you in the shower and be like, oh yeah, well now my body's clean, soap's dirty. You know what I mean? Like no, neither one of that's right.
What do you feel about dropping? Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but what do you feel about dropping the soap when you pick it back up?
You're in the shower by yourself.
No, that's not what I mean. Nothing like that. When you pick it back up, are you still using? Do you feel nasty picking the soap back up off the shower floor and using that soap?
For one reason, I don't use soap, and for the second reason,
you did,
I didn't drop it.
Never.
No, I don't drop that soap, dude. Because here's what I do. I don't. What do you think I'm doing with the soap? I don't pick it up and like rubbing it on my body.
I don't know what you do.
Like I'm taking the soap, I'm taking a face cloth or a washcloth, whatever you want to call it. I vigorously rub it like this.
See, now this is where it can lead to dropping of the soap.
Like this, and I like this, and it gets right nice and frothy, and then I put a little bit under the water, and then I rub my body.
You just said you used the word vigorous in explaining your soap behavior.
Okay, maybe I was a little bit overdramatic. All right.
So that clearly leads to a possibility of you dropping it somehow.
I've never dropped it.
That soap becomes like a salmon in your hands. It's slippery.
Oh, it's a salmon for sure. Don't smell.
You just handle that soap.
But I didn't. For a long period of time.
Never ever in the 5 weeks.
No, I didn't touch it. No, I did. I just didn't drop
You
it.
didn't touch the soap. How did you? How did you
I
maneuver?
don't drop that soap. I never did. By the way,
Interesting.
it's my new album coming out. By the way, don't drop that soap. My mixtape.
It has other connotations, but
Yeah, if you're showering in prison, no offense to anyone
yeah,
showered in prison. Well, I mean, you
you're
shouldn't
not
take
gonna see
you
this.
shouldn't take any offense to that anyway. You should be like, yeah, dude, been in jail. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
but if you're in jail now, you're not gonna see this. So
Yeah, it's probably
I
not
guess
watching this. Well, maybe
don't
you
have to
are.
worry.
I don't know. I don't know what it's like in there. Never been.
There's always those videos on TikTok of people posting from jail, and they're like cooking something in their jail cell.
What? That's
Super
not
weird.
real. It's not real. They don't have social
It
media.
is though. Like
They
it
don't have
is. It's
social
super
media in
low
there.
quality,
They
and
have social media in there.
yeah, they have a phone. They've snuck a phone in.
Yeah, they're getting arrested. In
I think
jail.
they've already done the job.
What? What do you mean? I already done
Getting
what job?
arrested. I think they already got that
They've
accomplished.
done the arresting job.
Yeah, they were
They
the
did.
arrester.
I think they're the arrestee.
Yeah,
He arrested.
that's usually how it works.
That's what the cop said to him. By the way, he's like, "You're gonna get arrested."
You're the arrestee. Now listen to me, because you ain't got nothing to see
You
when
ain't
you're in that jail cell.
You ain't gonna be free.
You ain't gonna be free, and you ain't going. There ain't gonna be nothing you gonna see.
Yeah. So back to the soap conversation. So we didn't get a massive earthquake right there. I just banged the chair into my
You
table.
just Batista bombed your own camera.
So I'm about to Batista bomb the soap straight into the drain in a second. I wanted
Whoa.
to answer this question. Did you or not use a bar of soap in someone else's shower?
For legal reasons, I can't answer that question.
You can answer it because it's perfectly legal to use someone else's soap.
I've never used a bar of soap in somebody else's shower.
Did you ask them?
I find it disgusting.
So why didn't you ask them when you used it?
It's an embarrassing
I'm
topic.
not asking. That's the thing. I'm using it and I'm not asking. Why
Here's
would I
the
ask?
thing.
What
Soap
am I-
is disgusting.
Just hold on a second here. It is. All right. Soap is. Bar soap is. Bar of soap
Yeah.
is disgusting. A body wash, not so much. It's perfectly clean in my opinion.
No. Soap is disgusting.
Bar of soap is.
Yeah, when did we think it was a good idea to use soap after one
Body
another?
wash is way better. Let's just everyone use body wash, all right? Use
Yeah.
body wash. Simple as that.
And liquid
Don't pick-
soap for washing your
Yeah,
hands.
but like the thing is you're trying to save money, buy bar soap because it'll last you forever and you're still gonna be clean. So just do that. By the way, another thing that's disgusting is tubs.
Tubs, yeah.
Tubs are gross.
Tubs are disgusting. Everything in the shower is really just gross.
Bathrooms are disgusting, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just like moisture and like nakedness in there. Right? It's just disgusting in there.
There's so much nakedness. It's really disgusting.
Like your
Have you ever
bathroom's
thought
just
of it like
always
when
wet.
you're not in there, somebody else is in there naked?
Well, probably not the case. But
No.
yeah, anyway, that's the conversation for that. Yeah, so let us know in the comments below.
We don't know what you want. We don't know what we want you guys to let us know, but just let us know.
Do you ask the person if you use their soap in the shower?
Yeah. Or do you confront them about it after? Say, hey, bro, I wiped your
Here's another
bar
shower
of soap
question.
on myself.
Yeah, I've been rubbing that soap, you know what I'm saying? I'm rubbing that bar. Just ask him, can you rub that bar? And if he says, and if he's confused, just do it anyway.
Say, don't worry about it. Just say yes.
Just don't worry about it. Shh. And just put your finger on his lips like this. Shh.
And then inform them that the bar you're talking about is in fact a bar of soap.
Obviously. What else would it be? I mean, what are you doing? He's doing bars in his house. Well, maybe he does. Maybe he's a rapper. You got bars.
Maybe you just walk into a studio and you're just rubbing his lyrics, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, another thing. Question. One more thing before we go. Before we go forever. Forever. What do you do first when you get in the shower? You washing that hair?
Yeah.
obviously.
I have a 4-step routine in the
I
shower.
always do it. All right? It goes hair first. I get in there, right? First I get in there, I like let the water run over me. I need to get it in the right temperature. All right? It needs to get in my right
Yeah.
temperature range. I gotta feel it out. All right? Turn it on. Get that shower going. All right? I step into it. I step into the water. I let it run over me a little bit. I turn around, let it run over my back a little bit. Then I like put my head underneath, get my hair wet. Don't have a lot of hair, so I don't need to spend much time in there. Then shampoo. I got one of those pump bottle shampoos, so I'm over here pumping 1, 2, 3, 4, constant 4 pumps all the time. It's a perfect amount. Rubbing in my hands, and then I will lather my hair with the shampoo. Right? Make sure you close your eyes too, because it runs and that burns. Done that once. Not.
What are you doing? You're just staring off.
Yeah, I was like this.
Just
Yeah.
staring, rubbing your head.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't even in the shower either. It's weird. So anyway, I was in there and I was like just lathering it up. I wasn't in there. I do this every time. I lather it up, right? And then I get in there and wash it out. Wash that out.
Wait,
Yeah. I wash the soap off.
what are you outside of the shower putting shampoo on your head?
No, no. That was a joke. I'm in the shower.
You get in and you get out, you put the shampoo on, get back in and wash it off. This is a very strange showering routine.
I'm just in the bathroom. I'm just in the washroom like this in the mirror.
Yeah, you're just seeing that rubbed in.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Anyway, so I'm in here, right, and then I rinse the shampoo out of my hair, right? Then I go straight for the body wash. Take the shampoo. I take the face cloth in with me. It's already there. I wet it. Take the body wash. I go get that. Snap that back on. Put it up back on the shelf. And I do this. I rub the face cloth together, and then I put a little bit under the water. And then I commence in the washing of thy body. And then once I get that done, and I have all the body washed, I rinse it off. Then I turn around and I rinse off the face cloth. I, get all the water out of it, hang it over his little thing. Then I always put the towel just outside the tub because I don't want to step out into that cold air first right off the bat. So I always just reach my hand out, grab the towel. I start drying off until I'm mostly dried. Actually, I do one of these bad boys first.
Yeah, you always got to do one of those bad boys.
Then I wipe myself, and then I just dry everything off. I get out, and then I commence in the clothing. What's your shower routine like? That's mine.
So it's very similar to what yours is.
If you get real freaky in there, you bring a Q-tip in with you. You put a little bit of body wash on the Q-tip, and you wash the inside of your ears. No, I'm sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face.
I was gonna say a Q-tip in the shower. It doesn't seem like a good match.
I was trying to say that with a straight face. Some freaks actually brush their teeth in the shower too and pee all at the same time.
Gosh, this is what I mean about dropping the soap.
Wasn't disgusting enough.
Some people pee in the shower.
You're peeing in the shower, brushing your teeth, and washing your hair all at the same time. Where else in life can you do that?
Anyway. Some people say a park, but then you're going to jail.
Brushing your teeth.
But my shower routine is very similar. I get in the shower. I don't spend a lot of time in the shower with the water on my chest. I don't spend a lot of time in the shower with it facing me.
I just spend the first minute or so just enjoying it.
Yeah, I walk in
because I deserve
directly
that.
on my face. First thing goes directly on my face. Turn around, then let it hit my back and run over my front and back, everywhere. Then I go for the hair. Rub the water in the hair. Just let it I'm kind of just massaging my head at this point.
Yeah.
Go for the shampoo. Lather it up, and I go really intense.
So do you stay in the shower when you put shampoo in your hair?
I typically like to get out, make a coffee, brush my teeth outside of the shower.
Do you do you turn the water off when you put shampoo in your hair?
I keep it running. In fact, I point the water to where it can spray into the toilet. I don't know why I do this. It's just amazing.
I point the water straight into my mouth.
Yeah, and I just inhale it all. But
First,
no,
the
I'm in the
shampoo goes
shower.
in. I put the shampoo in my mouth, then I squirt the water in there. I squish it around, spit it back onto the face cloth, and then wash my hair with it.
Yeah, well, you got to mix it somehow. It's just
Yeah, like
the wrong
I
the
mean,
wrong concentration. But yeah, this is all in the shower. Rubbing it into my hair. I get my ears with the shampoo. I don't know if you do this. I rub the shampoo into my ears and around the back of my ears
I
too.
said I'm showering. I'm not like commencing in a bathing.
Oh, this is just this. I get very
Okay,
technical with my
continue.
showering.
Continue.
And then I wash the shampoo off, go right for the body wash, squirt that stuff on the face cloth. I do a long, hard squirt, and
All
and
right.
I
Okay.
rub, I rub, I rub it in,
I don't appreciate no sound effects, but all right. Okay,
and
continue.
fine. It's like rub it in, and it's like. Then I take that, put it all over. I do my body first,
Wait,
arms everywhere.
did you say face cloth? You're not just squirting this stuff on your hands, are you?
Oh no, I'm not going barehanded.
I was
Just
about to say, I thought you were
uh,
going. I thought you were squirting this on your hand and
oh,
just
it's
going hands.
no. I'm not gonna lie. I have done that before.
I had to do it too. I've had to do that
Okay,
before.
continuing. I rub it in. Same with you. Get a little bit of water on the face cloth. Rub that in
You
super
have to
hard,
do
and
that.
then
Rub
I
it in
get everywhere.
super hard. You're rubbing it in
Yes,
super hard.
super hard.
I don't
Then
rub it
I
in that
get
hard.
get everywhere.
What you
Um,
get everywhere.
yeah, I'm everywhere.
You get it
Then
everywhere.
I go to the face wash. I have a different face wash than what I have body
Oh,
wash.
of course you do.
So then I move to the face wash, and I go 2 pumps on my right hand, 2 pumps on my left hand.
What kind of psychoactive freak is this?
I take the wash and I go.
See,
What? Once the face washing is commenced, I get my neck and everything too. Wash that off. Spend a little time just enjoying the warmth.
I do that at the first of the shower.
Yeah, I tend to like not. I tend to like ease my way into the warmness. I'll start off in a little chilly, so then I can enjoy it more.
What?
So no, hear me out for a second. You know how you said you wake up a little like before your alarm?
Yeah.
This is kind of the same thing in the shower. I start the shower on a little chilly, make myself
No,
chilly, right?
don't think it's the same thing.
Then I start easing myself down because so then every notch is satisfying. I go down to a little warmer and I'm like, oh, and then I get used to
No,
it.
no.
A little warmer, and then it's, oh yes, even better. A little warmer.
I
You
do
know?
this. I have the
Do you
water
get what I'm
running.
saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Don't make sense
It's
to me, but I get what you're
it's
saying.
really nice.
Why not just satisfy the whole thing? I do this, right? I start the tub water running first because I don't have just a stand-up shower. So I start tub water first. I have the exact location timed out to a science to where I know exactly where to position the handle to have the perfect heatness. I do this, right? And then it's right there. It's literally like right here. Like this is cold, 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 hot, 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 right there. And it stops. I leave the tub running for a second. Sometimes I, do something else. Let it warm up. Then I jump in there. Like I literally jump because I want to have some stress in my life. I might actually fall and die one day, but sometimes you got to do that. No, I step in. And then I whoosh, close the curtain. Whoosh, whoosh, shh. And
It's
that's
a big operation going on.
yeah. But first
Yeah.
I like crouch down and let it run over me a little bit.
Gosh.
Sometimes that may last a solid 30 seconds.
I've never done that in my life.
I do that every single time.
Every single time.
Every time.
Oh
How
my
can you just
gosh.
turn on the shower and just hope
Wait.
that it turns out warm?
Wait, you get underneath the tub tap?
Yeah. I like,
How do you even do
I
that?
like crouch down and do this. And let
But
it run
that thing is low. You gotta get like hurdled under that thing.
I'm not fully under it. I'm just like
So you're not doing like a
I'm
full
like
shower underneath
crouched
that
down
thing.
like this. Like I'm like the elf in
Like, gosh, you're like, please, mom, I want some more.
I'm like this. I'm like this. And then the shower's not the shower. Gosh. the tabs here, and I'm like crouched down, and I'm like this. No, I'm actually like this, and I just let it run over my legs and stuff, just so I can feel
Oh my
what the
god.
temperature is like. And I wasn't going to add this in because I know that not a lot of people do this, but I do it. All right?
That is, I've never
And I
heard anything like this.
let it do that to me until I'm happy with the temperature. And then I go,
Do you think people like lay down in the shower before the
okay,
shower comes on?
you're a psycho. If you sit in the shower, who sits in the shower? I tried that once and I was like, this is weird. What am I doing?
You tried it out.
Yeah,
You had
I
to test
tried
it
it.
yourself.
I was like, what?
I've never,
I was like,
I've never
what is
sat in the shower.
what is it like
never,
to sit in the shower? And then so I tried it. What were you saying?
I never sat in the shower. I never did anything of the like. I get in, get out. I get in, get out. Take the towel. Start off.
You get in and you get out. That's all I do.
Yeah, I just step in the shower, get out, say that I'm clean. No, I take the towel. I go hair first. No, I go face first into the towel. I just slam it in there. And then I go hair, and then I go rest of the body.
Mm-hmm.
But I do the upper body before I get out. Upper body before I get out of the shower.
Yeah, you always do the upper body first.
And I do one of those where you're like,
I don't do that.
you don't do this?
No, I don't do that.
You don't do any of this action?
No, I do this.
Oh my! You do this. You do the two hand action.
Yeah, I do this like I'm like mosh pitting at a party.
No, I do the cross action and go across and down.
Yeah, no,
Like that.
I'm all this action.
I'll also do with that with the face cloth too. Take the face cloth and I'll go.
I do it with the face cloth.
And then I reach up back here and I'll go.
You gotta be flexible to do that one.
Yeah, I go like this and I'll do this little flick. I'll go. Yeah.
And
then I reach all the way back.
I'll make sure I get the neck like this.
And anyways, then I go on. This is my out of shower routine. Then I go like this. I look at myself in the mirror for a little bit, test out my hair, see what's going on with it.
See, I got no hair to test out. Well, I do, but it's not testing.
Move my hair out of my way.
Okay, it's not that long.
I go straight to the
not that long.
moisturizer because I don't want my face to dry out.
You get out the shower and you're like this?
Yeah, flick it all back like Aquaman. And
Jason
I
Momoa.
go to the moisturizer. I go 2 pump on the right hand, 2 pump on the left
Why
hand.
is it always right and
Rub it
left?
into my cheeks.
Which
I go
cheeks?
1 small pump
Which
for my
cheeks?
forehead.
Whoa.
All the cheeks.
I don't know.
No, just my face cheeks.
Your
Then I
face
move
cheeks?
on. I move on to the. I put on
Alright.
I put on my underwear before all this happens.
Wet?
Then I move on. No, I dry off first.
Okay.
I'm not a psycho.
I thought you meant you just went full wet.
No,
Jeez.
anybody who does that. Also, anybody who puts on their socks when their feet are still wet, you are a psychopath.
You're certifiably insane.
Yeah.
Certifiably?
So then I move on to getting the rest of myself dressed. I put my pants, socks on, go to the Q-tips.
Your pants socks?
Yeah, my pants socks. They go right up to my thighs.
you just have pants socks. You don't even wear socks. You just wear pants and socks all at one time.
Yeah, it all comes on at once. I roll my socks over my pants legs, so I just they just both go on at the same time.
You have your socks sewed to your pants.
Yeah, so they just go on like a onesie.
Yeah, it's like your whole thing just has a zipper down the middle, and you just like.
But the onesie it stops at my waist.
Yeah, so it's like a half.
Yeah, put on the pants, put on the socks.
Is that half C?
Yeah, and then I go to the Q-tips, get the Q-tips in there, and then sometimes when my ears are itchy, I stay there for an extra couple seconds.
I don't get that anymore. I used to. My ears don't be itchy anymore. I used to. It used to be like, oh yeah, but now I don't get that anymore. My ears don't get itchy anymore. I don't know why.
Oh, mine are full tilt itchy, but
Mine are just
I'll
full
get
tilt.
those cleaned out.
Yeah.
You know, throw it in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll move on to deodorant before the shirt comes on.
No, shirt goes on first for me.
I go deodorant, then puts the shirt on.
Put the shirt on first. Because here's my theory, right? I put the deodorant on, right? And then with the shirt on, so that way then some of the smell gets on my shirt too. That's what I want.
See, that it kind of does that for me. I put a little extra, so when I put my shirt on, it kind of soaks up the deodorant.
Yeah, a little bit the excess deode.
Yeah.
You know, it soaks it up, and then you got that little bit of a smell on your shirt, and then you just embrace. See, I only use face wash once like a month because I don't want to. It destroys my dryness of my face.
I use it every time, and
so I just go pump, and that's it. Yeah.
I go.
It's a little bit of ASMR
right,
for you.
Pump left. Then I just go.
There's a little bit of ASMR for you guys. All right, I think it's about time we wrap it up. That conversation got real long, and I didn't realize. I thought it was just gonna be a quick thing. But
it was good conversation.
Yeah, I learned that you put your underwear on with your wet socks or something.
Yeah, everything is wet when I put on my clothes.
Yeah, I don't dry off when I get in the shower. I learned that and you sew your socks to your pants.
Yeah, it's real weird over here. All my pants are sewn to my socks.
So you basically get on. You know what I do? I actually don't even use a towel. I use my dirty clothes to dry myself off.
Right. Sometimes I'll use my clothes that I'm gonna put on to dry off. So I'll like dry off with my clothes and then put those clothes on. Yeah. Sometimes I'll take the shower curtain off and dry off with that.
You ever just took the hairdryer and just dried off with that?
Yeah, it really gets crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so complicated to dry off when there's towels usually right there. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up because this is getting a bit outrageous. Where can what? I was just.
Where can they find you? In the shower, 5 a.m.
5 a.m. I'm not in the shower.
I don't get up that early.
I don't get up. No, I do. I have work. Voice crack, by the way. By the way, I'm just hitting puberty. If you guys didn't know.
I'm 13 years old and shower with my clothes on.
I shower with my wet clothes on. My clothes are already wet before I get in there, with absolute soggy sweat from Fortnite. So anyway, that's it for the 7th episode of the Benchwarmers podcast. And so this was a nightmare, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Never see you again. See you guys in the next episode. If you like the video, like it, and if you like the video, then comment and tell us how you liked it. And
tell us you liked us.
Subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you in the next one. Yeah, you got the yummy, the yummy yum.